Hello everyone, and welcome to this very quick video where I'm going to try and show you how to save time on your research for papers in this class or in other classes by using AI tools appropriately and without violating USF's academic integrity policy. So specifically what's happened in some of my classes is that students have submitted papers where when I check on their sources, I find out that these sources don't exist. They are fictitious resources. Or I will sometimes find that they've given me real sources, but that they've linked those sources and in-text citations to information that didn't come from those sources. I'm used to seeing this kind of mistake happening because people use generative AI tools like ChatGPT to try and write their paper for them or to at least brainstorm, and then they never confirm whether the information they're getting is truly accurate, including in-text citations. And unfortunately, tools like ChatGPT will sometimes hallucinate, as it is called, which means that it will simply make up information or force an answer sometimes, even when that information is incorrect. It might take bits and pieces of real sources and then kind of Frankenstein them together inaccurately, producing a completely false and fictitious source. So you don't want to use AI that way, because if you do, you'll be violating USF's academic integrity policy and you will be reported for that violation. So I'm going to help you out with this. I'm going to show you two different tools that you can use. I'm going to start with ChatGPT, which is not the best tool to use in my opinion, but I can show you how you could use ChatGPT. Here I've got ChatGPT open and I'm just going to use as a question, maybe what are some evidence-based treatments for reducing recidivism for offenders in the criminal justice system who have substance use disorders? Now, notice that's a super specific question, and the better your question, the better your answers. But notice this, that I'm going to add cite sources. Bam. Okay, now it is now going to find some evidence-based um, treatments, and notice how it cited these sources. Now, I'm not going to trust that this source is real. Um, Milkman, that already sounds suspicious, and Wanberg 2007. So let me click on the actual link itself and see what happens. Interestingly, the link isn't working. So that's kind of weird, but I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it into my browser and just see where it takes me. And look at that. The requested page could not be found. See, here we already have an incorrect citation. I don't even know if this really exists. I'm going to do a Google search on it here real quick and see what happens. And we do get a paper though. Okay, so it looks like it was just that the link was wrong, but the paper really does exist. And notice we've got an abstract here with Milkman and Wanberg, Cognitive Behavioral Treatment Review of and Discussion for Corrections Professionals. We've got an abstract, and I can click on this PDF here to get a full copy of that article. So, and then I can review it for myself and decide if the information really is what ChatGPT says it is, and if it's good information to have. And I can do the same with the other treatments here that ChatGPT has suggested. So always tell it to cite its sources and always verify those sources yourself. But I'm going to show you a better tool. The tool I would more recommend that you use is Elicit. That's elicit.com. Go to this page, set up a free account, and you have three options: get a research report, start a systematic review, or find papers. I'm going to recommend that you use, for purposes of this class, find papers is sufficient. It's going to be your best option. It's going to give you 8 articles that do a good job of trying to answer your research question. Elicit was created by researchers for researchers, and unlike ChatGPT, it only uses real research articles published in professional peer-reviewed journals. Specifically, it uses Semantic Scholar, which is a database of about 150 million papers published in journals. So it's not every article ever written about a topic, but for purposes of the kinds of research papers you're doing in this class, it will be just fine and dandy. So we're going to take the same question that we asked in ChatGPT. We're going to copy it, except for leave out cite sources, because you don't need to tell Elicit to cite its sources. It'll do it automatically. I forgot to show you, when I put that question into find papers, if I wait a second, it's going to evaluate the strength of my question. It's going to tell me whether this is a good research question or whether it might need to be tweaked to be a good research question. Notice it says good research question. So great, I might just use it as is, but I could also consider adding different elements, like being more specific like it suggests, or looking at specific outcome measurements or population nuances, but I'm going to keep it as is because it's already a good question. I'm going to click the little button right here. And then what it's going to do is it's going to find the top 8 papers that it thinks do the best job of answering my research question. It's going to summarize those 8 papers. It's still working on that. Oh, here we go. Here's our summary. So now it's going to answer my research question with some in-text citations. I can click on any of these citations and I can go to the original abstract or full article in some cases and look at the original source for myself. Here I can compare. This is what AI said. Here is what is in the actual abstract, and I can use my judgment on whether it did a good job or not. Usually it does. I can go to the original source by clicking source. I can get the DOI hyperlink by clicking copy here. And if I want to get a full copy of this article, because they only are showing the abstract here, then I can go to the USF online library and I can download a full copy of the article to read the whole thing. Now let's go back a space though. It also generates a table for you. This table has all 8 of the papers, the original sources. It has their abstracts, summaries, the AI generated abstract summary here. If I want to, I can customize some additional table columns. Like maybe I'm interested in, well, what's a comparison of their methods that the authors used in these studies? And maybe I also want to know what the limitations of those studies were. So you can choose other things that you want to show up on this table. Now, once you get past the abstract summary column and we get into methodology here, I can click on anything that AI summarizes, like right here, and it will show me on the left-hand side, this is what the Elicit AI tool said the method is. And then here on the right-hand side is the original source itself. And they've highlighted what AI used to create this summary. So I can go to the original source, I can read it for myself. And notice there's a second page where there's some stuff that it highlighted and a third page as well. So this is how I can confirm whether the information I'm getting is good information. And look at this, I can open the original paper and look at the original source myself. In this case, it's the entire paper that I have access to. If I didn't, I'd go to the USF library and get that full paper. But either way, this is a good way to quickly get 8 different papers that answer my research question that are published in peer-reviewed articles that are actual real sources, and to be able to read the original sources myself and verify the accuracy of what the AI tool has given me. So there you have it, 2 different ways to use generative AI tools ethically and to verify your sources. Number 1, you could use a source like ChatGPT, but tell it to cite sources and then check those sources for yourself. Or number 2, you can use Elicit, where you can trust that you are getting papers published in peer-reviewed journals, and you can generate tables and compare studies, or you could take the summary to help you make more sense of the answer to the question, and you can click on the original sources for yourself and look at them. I hope this was helpful. Have a good one.